The river was black and angry, churning like it was alive, and I stood on the muddy bank, my heart pounding so hard I thought it would break my chest. It was midnight, and Mommy Water rose from the water, her green-black skin shining like fish scales, her long black hair covering her chest, her serpent tail splashing the water hard. Her golden eyes glowed, bright and cruel, and she held my sister Fatima in her coils, my sister's body limp, her skin pale like a ghost, her green blouse and wrapper soaked. Fatima wasn't enough, Mommy Water hissed, her voice cold, pointing at me. I need a young, strong soul to bind the pact, give me the girl. I wanted to scream, but my voice was gone. The village elders chanted behind me, their charms glowing, but I knew if I didn't do something, Fatima would be gone forever, and I'd be next. My name is Amina. I'm 22, and I live in a small village in Nigeria. My sister Fatima disappeared yesterday, and I know Jide, her husband, had something to do with it. I saw him at the river, talking to a shadow, his eyes glowing red like fire. Now I'm staying at Auntie Lara's house because I'm scared to go back home. The scratches on my arms are deeper, and every morning, I wake up tasting river water in my mouth. I can't let Jide get away with this. I have to save Fatima. It started the morning after Fatima was gone. I woke up on a straw mat in Auntie Lara's house, my faded blue wrapper twisted around me, my short black braids messy. The room was small, with mud walls and a tin roof that creaked in the wind. I sat up, my hands shaking, and looked at my arms. The scratches were glowing a little, like tiny red lines that wouldn't go away. I rubbed them, but they burned. I tasted river water in my mouth, stronger than ever, like I'd swallowed it in my sleep. Auntie Lara was already up, grinding yam in the corner with a stone. She's a big woman in her 30s, wearing a purple buba, her white face serious. Amina, you need to leave this village, she said, her voice low. Jide's family has a curse. His grandfather made a deal with Mommy Water, the water spirit, for money. She takes women to gain power over the living, but the village elders fought her off years ago. They lost a man doing it, so no one talks about it. That's why Fatima's gone. I shook my head, my eyes wet. I can't leave. I have to find her. Auntie Lara sighed, her hands stopping. You're brave, but you're playing with danger. The village knows about Jide's family, but they've always denied it. We had no proof, until now. Be careful. I nodded, but my mind was racing. I needed proof. I stepped outside into the dusty brown courtyard. The sun was high, the sky bright blue, and the village was busy. People were walking to the market, carrying baskets of yam and fish. But something felt wrong. I saw Musa, the village headman, standing under a mango tree, talking to a crowd. He's a big man in his 40s, wearing a dark blue agbada, his voice loud. I walked closer and heard him say, "We found more dead fish by the river this morning. And a child said he saw a woman in the water last night." The crowd whispered. A woman with a baby on her back said, "It's a bad sign. Something evil is here." A man with a machete pointed at me. "It's Amina. She's been talking about Jide and spirits. She's bringing trouble." My face got hot. I'm not the problem. Jide took my sister. I shouted. Musa raised his hand. Enough. We'll talk more later. But I could see some people looking at me with hard eyes, like I was the one to blame. I went back to Auntie Lara's, my stomach tight. I needed help. I thought of Kemi, my best friend. She's 23, small, with a big laugh, but she's brave. We've been friends since we started selling at the market together. I sneaked to her house, a small mud building with a tin roof, and found her outside, washing clothes in a bucket. She was wearing a pink and green Ankara outfit, her beaded braids shining in the sun. Amina, you look like you've seen a ghost, she said, standing up. I told her everything: Fatima's disappearance, the river, Jide's red eyes. Her face got serious. My uncle told me about Jide's family. They are cursed. We need to find out what he's doing. She pulled out a beaded bracelet from her pocket, small and black with red beads. My uncle gave me this. It's a charm to keep water spirits away. Let's go to the river and look for clues. I nodded, feeling a little braver with Kemi by my side. We walked to the river, the sun hot on our backs. The path was red-brown dirt, with bushes on both sides. The air smelled like wet mud, and I heard birds chirping. When we got to the riverbank, the water was black and moving slow. I looked around, my heart beating fast, and then I saw it, Fatima's red strip, the one she ties her braids with, caught on a branch near the water. Kemi, look, I said, pointing. She gasped. She was here. I stepped closer, and the water rippled, like something was moving under it. Then I heard a whisper, soft and cold, help me, Amina. It was Fatima's voice, coming from the water. I froze, my legs shaking. Kemi grabbed my arm. We need to go, now. But before we could move, Jide stepped out from behind a tree. He's tall and skinny, in his grey kaftan, his sharp face hard. His eyes glowed red, bright like fire. You shouldn't be here, he said, his voice low. Kemi held up the bracelet, and it glowed a little. Jide hissed, his hand burning when he tried to grab us, and he stepped back. We ran, my sandals slapping the ground, until we were far away, breathing hard. We have to go to his house, I said, my voice shaking. He knows where Fatima is. Kemi nodded, her eyes wide. Let's go tonight. We waited until dusk, when the sky turned deep orange and purple. The village was quiet, just crickets singing. We sneaked to Jide's compound, the mud walls cracked, the mango tree dark in the corner. Jide was in the courtyard, kneeling on the ground. He was surrounded by fish bones and a bowl of river water, muttering fast. I saw Fatima's sandals by the door, she never left. Kemi whispered, he's doing a ritual. I stepped forward, my hands shaking. Jide, where's Fatima? He looked up, his red eyes glowing, but his face was sad. I didn't want this, Amina, he said. My grandfather made a deal with Mommy Water. She gave him money, but she takes a bribe from every generation to control the living. I tried to fight it, I stopped going to the river to give her offerings, but she got angry and took Fatima anyway. Now she wants you because you're young and strong, to fully bind the pact. Before I could answer, the air got heavy, like a storm was coming. A shadow rose from the ground, long and thin, and a voice echoed, cold and sharp. Fatima wasn't enough. Give me the girl. It was Mommy Water. I couldn't see her, but I felt her. Jide stood, his face scared. No. Leave Amina. The shadow moved fast, and something hit Jide hard. He fell, his head hitting the ground, and he didn't move. Kemi grabbed my hand. Run. We sprinted out of the compound, my heart pounding, the scratches on my arms burning like fire. We ran to Musa's house, banging on his door. He opened it, his dark blue agbada wrinkled, his face annoyed. What now, Amina? I showed him the bracelet, still warm from burning Jide, and Fatima's sandals. Jide's working with a spirit. He took Fatima, and now it wants me. Kemi nodded. We saw it. Musa frowned, but before he could speak, Mr. Obi, my old teacher, stepped out from behind him. He's in his 50s, with glasses and a calm voice. I heard everything, he said. Musa, we can't ignore this. The elders know how to fight water spirits, They did it years ago, but it cost a life. Let's go to the river tonight. Musa scratched his beard, then nodded. Fine. But if this is a trick, Amina, you'll answer for it. That's how we ended up at the river at midnight, the moment I started with. The elders were with us, old men in white agbadas, carrying charms made of beads and shells. Musa and Mr. Obi stood close, their faces serious. Kemi held my hand, her bracelet glowing faintly. The river was black, the water moving fast, and the air was cold. The elders started chanting, their voices low and strong, holding up their charms. That's when Mommy Water rose, holding Fatima, and demanded me. I stepped forward, my legs shaking. Take me, but let Fatima go, I said, my voice small. Kemi pulled me back. No, Amina. The elders chanted louder, and their charms glowed bright. Mommy Water screamed, her tail lashing, but the light hurt her. I ran to the water, reaching for Fatima. Fatima, hold on. I shouted. Her eyes opened, weak but alive, and she grabbed my hand. I pulled hard, Kemi helping me, and we dragged her out of the water. Mommy Water's tail slashed my leg, and I screamed, blood running down my skin. But the elders' chanting got stronger, and Mommy Water wailed, her body sinking back into the river, her golden eyes glaring as she disappeared. I saw Jide wake up, his eyes no longer red, and he ran toward the forest, leaving a carved shell behind on the bank. Fatima fell into my arms, breathing hard, her skin slowly getting color again. Amina, she whispered, you saved me. She shook, her eyes wide, and said, she made me smile, made me act normal, but I was trapped in the river, drowning in my mind. I hugged her tight, tears on my face, but my leg hurt so bad I couldn't stand. Kemi helped me up, and I limped back to the village, leaning on her. The elders stopped chanting, and Musa helped us. You were right, he said, his voice soft. I'm sorry I didn't listen. We went back to the village, the sky turning pink with dawn. Fatima rested at Auntie Lara's, drinking water, her memory coming back in pieces. She wouldn't go near water, always shaking when she heard it drip, her hands trembling as she spoke. Jide, he tried to stop her, she said. But she was too strong. A boy who'd been at the river said he saw Jide run into the forest, looking scared. The carved shell a sign Mommy Water still had power over him. A week later, Fatima was better, but she was quiet, like she was still scared. The village called me a hero, but I didn't feel like one. My leg had a big scar, and it hurt to walk, so Kemi helped me pack my things. The scratches on my arms faded a little, but they still itched, and I tasted river water less, though it never fully went away. I knew Mommy Water wasn't done with me. I decided we couldn't stay here. Fatima, Kemi, let's go to the city, I said. We need a new start. They agreed. We packed our things, my faded blue wrapper, Fatima's green blouse, Kemi's Ankara outfit, and walked down the red-brown path, the village behind us. I limped, my legs still sore, but I held Fatima's hand tight. The sun was rising, the sky bright pink and gold. But as we left, I heard a whisper on the wind, Mommy Water's voice, soft and cold. I'll find you, Amina. I shivered but kept walking. The next day, a boy fetching water saw something at the river, a faint ripple in the calm black water. A single golden eye looked up from the depths, watching, waiting. So, that's my story. I learned some big lessons from all this. First, be brave, even when you're scared. I was afraid of Jide and Mommy Water, but I didn't give up on Fatima, and that saved her. Second, don't face bad things alone, get help. Kemi, Musa, and the elders helped me fight Mommy Water, and I couldn't have done it without them. Last, trust your feelings. I knew something was wrong with Jide, even when no one believed me at first. If you feel something isn't right, speak up, because it might save someone you love. If you like this story, hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more. I've got plenty of tales, some scary, some funny, all real in their own way. Tell me in the comments what you'd do if you heard Mommy Water's whisper. See you in the next video.